what's up, everybody? I think it's going to echo too bad. Can you see if it's on what it sounds like up there? Yeah, I'm still learning all this stuff, guys. Anyway, this is Get to Know. I appreciate all you guys being here that end up showing up. Anybody that watches this, I appreciate it. So does let's see, I'm still testing this out, so we turn it up there. How's that? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe turn that all the way out. Turn that all the way down. Okay. And then like go in the bath, like with your phone in the bathroom. You see? Oh, I was gonna turn it off subscribers, not too stupid. Anyway, I hope you guys can hear me. I hope this is all right. If you can hear me, I don't know, put 37 in the chat. How about that? Yeah, I this is all new to me. I'm not even sure how it's working or if it's working at all. So we'll see. I'm trying to work out some kinks and stuff on here with everything. So I'm not all that tech savvy when it comes to any of this stuff. So I've literally spent the last 2 hours trying to figure out how to get StreamYard up and going, the free version of it or whatever. So it didn't work out very well for me because it's just difficult for me. So give it a few more minutes. So how does that sound? Kind of sounds echoed. Okay. Okay. Well, there's 3 people here so far. I know it's on 5-minute subscribers. You have to be subscriber for 5 minutes before you can make a comment. But if you can hear me fine, will you put a 37 in the chat if you could? If it sounds all right. If it don't, just say, "Hey, jackass, it don't sound good." I mean, whatever. Or you can just let me sit up here and sound like a jackass. I don't really care what people think about me anyway. So, yeah. No, come on, puppy. Come on. Yeah, I know I was supposed to start at noon and whatever. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't late. So, okay, so that's 5 minutes. So, I lost somebody already. Come and go, come and go. Okay, so I hope this works. whatever. I'm just gonna start reading this article here that I feel is an amazing step in the right direction when it comes to shutting down the exploitation of children, pedophilia, and crimes against children, sexual crimes against children. And so a friend of mine, Jeremiah, sent me a screenshot, I think, of a Twitter. I think it came from Twitter, but it says Elon Musk demolishes the main accounts that shared pedophile content on Twitter, an outstanding debt from the previous management. The three most popular hashtags and the accounts best known for sharing child sexual exploitation videos and images have been cleaned up in the last 2 weeks. In 10 years, Twitter had refused to combat this problem. So, as most people know, Elon Musk has bought Twitter, and people in the past were complaining about the pedophile stuff, um, pedophile content on Twitter, and the old owners of Twitter didn't do anything about it. People have been complaining about it for 10 years now. They didn't do anything about it. So Elon Musk did. He stepped in and in 2 weeks shut down the main accounts associated with the most popular hashtags when it comes to exploitation of children and what have you. So, uh, according to the Daily Wire, priority number one: Elon Musk to address Twitter's child sexual exploitation problem. Twitter, C- Twitter CEO Elon Musk said Sunday the social media. This is from November 21st. Okay. Twitter CEO Elon Musk said Saturday the social media platform would make addressing its alleged child sexual exploitation problem his number one priority. That right there in itself should tell you what kind of a guy Elon Musk really is. Um, it's very rare that when in this country you find somebody who is that dedicated to the negativity of pedophilia and exploitation of children. And Elon Musk, you are my hero of the day today, just for this reason alone. Elon Musk has made bringing the exploitation problem, the sexual exploitation problem, down his number one priority. So, Musk, who has made sweeping changes within his newly purchased $44 billion company, responded to a report shared by Twitter user Eva Fox U. Curious name. Which features a human trafficking survivor about how the company has begun addressing the issues of posting child sexual exploitation content on Twitter after years of problems after years of the platform's inactivity on the subject under past management. So she goes on to say, uh, Elon Musk has begun addressing the issues of posting child sexual exploitation content on Twitter after years of the platform's inactivity on the subject under past management. Elon Musk replied to her tweet as priority number one. Let's see if I can get that in there. Can you see that? Priority number one. Okay. Twitter's alleged child pornography has been an issue for over a decade. Advocates for removing the material have been pleading with previous management to create immediate solutions for the sake of children who have been exploited for profit from material showing graphic pedophilia acts from their abuser. Twitter spokeswoman Kate Rosenborough told The Verge last summer that the platform has zero tolerance for child sexual exploitation. We aggressively fight online. We aggressively fight online child sexual abuse and have invested significantly in technology and tools to enforce our policies. Rosenborough said, our, our dedicated team works to stay ahead of bad faith actors and to help ensure we're protecting minors from harm, both on and offline. Yet, while the amount of child sexual abuse material online has increased, Twitter's investment in technologies to detect and manage the growth has not. According to a Twitter Red Team report from a project called Adult Content Monetization, Twitter cannot accurately detect child sexual exploitation and non-consensual nudity at scale. The Red Team concluded in April 2022, according to The Verge. Employees told The Verge that despite executives knowing about the company's child sexual exploitation problems, Twitter did not commit to providing significant resources to detect, remove, and prevent harmful content from the platform. Human trafficking victim John Doe filed a federal lawsuit last year against Twitter, alleging the company profited off widely shared pornographic images and videos of him when he was 13 years old. But despite attempts to have it removed, Twitter allegedly refused to take down the material because the investigation didn't find a violation of the company's policies. Andrew Stoppa, the cybersecurity group Ghost Data founder, released a new research report in September about child sex abuse online that allegedly identified links to exploitive materials containing child pornography. The report said tweets soliciting child sex abuse material have appeared alongside or on profile pages of at least 30 major advertisers. Twitter accounts which led some companies like Dyson, Ecolab, and Mazda to pause or pull their ads or campaigns from the platform. Stoppa, who research into the platform's child sexual abuse program after receiving a tip about the severity of the issue, said in a tweet following the report that Twitter has a severe problem with child pornography. Imagine that. Any platform that they're going to allow the kids to come on and whatever age they are, any platform that's going to allow kids to come on, there's going to be problems of child sexual exploitation. It's simple. It's inevitable. It's going to happen whether things change or not. But how frequently it happens can be changed, and how many victims there are can be changed. According to the report, more than 500 accounts openly shared. Over 500 accounts openly shared or requested child sex abuse material for 20 days during September 2022. Of those accounts, more than 70% were still active during the study. Elza Blue, a human trafficking survivor and advocate for those affected by modern day slavery, posted a series of tweets earlier this month calling on Twitter to remove child sexual exploitation material amid a ground amid a groundswell of changes to the platform following the official acquisition by Musk. Blue has been speaking out against Twitter's alleged child pornography problem since joining the platform in 2019. Her voice grew ex- exponentially on the platform throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, opening the door to meeting with Twitter officials set up by former CEO Jack Dorsey. No, Jack Dorsey's punk, I think. I tell people, look, when you go into this world, you'll never be the same. Blue told the Daily Wire. It's a dark underbelly. If you're not fully looking for it, unless you're looking at the other adult content, you might not stumble on it. But I'm telling you, it's there in droves. Means it's majorly a problem. Can you guys hear me just fine? You I'll put a 37 in the chat if you can hear me okay. At least better than last time. Haha. I hope you guys can hear me. Lika, hello, Catlin, and Sugar Glider. Right. So for Catlin and Lika, since you guys are just getting here, we're talking about Elon Musk on the 22nd of November had went on Twitter, has shut down some of the biggest child sexual exploitation accounts on there. And whatnot. Sorry, has shut down some of the biggest child exploitation accounts on Twitter, which I thought was very huge. So that's kind of what we're discussing right now. So Blue said, time is the main difficulty of addressing Twitter's alleged child pornography problem. You don't have a lot of time, Blue said. I don't want more victims to be exploited on a massive scale, but I also don't want the issue to be that Twitter is sued by more survivors as a result. I want them to be a success. Blue laid a series of steps. Blue laid a series of steps to create a two-click reporting system, easy enough for a child to report their abuse material, which she said would serve survivors without violating digital privacy rights. Through the system, as instructed by Blue, it would prioritize the removal of reports of child exploitation first. Remove hashtags known to be used to sell children, exploitation, child, and remove hashtags known to be used to sell child sexual exploitation, and provide resources for minor survivors during and after the reporting process. Less than 2 weeks later, Twitter added an option to report child sexual exploitation under sensitive or disturbing content, which includes consensual nudity and sexual acts and non-consensual nudity intended to spread hate based on someone's identity. That's amazing. I think it's amazing. That's some big steps in the right direction. Hey, watch this. Watch this right here. Ready? I am going to try to get a hold of Tom real quick. Not Silver Tom. Catlin, are you still here? Are you still watching? Um, if you are, Tom was saying that when he has some difficulties with his computer stuff like this, like with StreamYard or whatnot, like he talks to you about it. I think is what he was saying. Is there any way that you could maybe help me? Because I can't figure this technology shit out, man. I really can't. Wayside sells kids. What's Wayside, Mika? Yeah, I'm not sure what Wayside is. I'm not sure if I should know. That'd be cool if Rose showed up. Just saying. Catherine's on here, yeah. Um, um, I know I'm later than hell today. I'm always late. Wayfair, yes, I've heard of that. What's Wayfair? So can you guys you guys can hear me just fine then? Just know I really appreciate your guys' support, man. I really do. No matter how many or how few people, no matter how few people it is. So so that's kind of what we're discussing right now. But I'm open. We're open. I'm open to discussing just about anything today. Um, Elza says on November 17th, replying to Eliza Blue or Elza Blue, correction, the three biggest hashtags used by child abusers selling child sexual abuse material on Twitter have virtually been eliminated. That's good. That's good. To those who can't, to those who aren't aware yet, last week Twitter did add a direct reporting option for child sexual exploitation. Only on tweets with content or image with only on tweets with content, images, or videos. This was not previously available and was a separate form that wasn't easy to fund. They sell kids online via store Wayfair. Yeah, I can't believe. I mean, I can believe it. I'm not saying I don't believe it, but I can't believe it. Like how it's just like ordering DoorDash, kind of. Really. I mean, if you want to get technical about it, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, um, Blue applauded the Twitter management for taking the problem seriously, adding three main hashtags used to sell or trade child sexual abuse content on Twitter have been removed since Musk took over. Since going public with her personal story as a victim of human trafficking 2 years ago, Blue has felt immense support from her community on and off social media. Her voice has become a source of information many say they can trust. It really means a lot to me that it really means a lot to me that now I've become a woman that people can trust, she said. It's like it's like pretty much the biggest honor, only second to the survivors on Twitter getting justice. If you can see the survivors on Twitter getting justice, that would make it a bigger honor. She added. I agree. I would agree with her. I think this. What are you recording on? Is the microphone touching the surface? Yeah, it's like hanging on it's just like hanging on my laptop. Should I take it off of there? Is that better? Is that better? Wayfair is like a furniture company, and they had stuff on their website for like 10,000, and it's been said they were trafficking. I bet. It wouldn't surprise me. These companies anymore, all of them. If they're it's horrible. It's horrible how this country has let this major problem come to be such a huge problem. Um, there's so many children that end up getting abused every single day, and it's got to stop. It has got to stop. Yeah, they sell pillows for 10,000. Yeah, I wonder what a $10,000 pillow looks like. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like I remember back in the '90s, like you actually think that the White House spent you actually think that the White House spent $75,000 on a fucking hammer? Come on, man. Yeah, it's this problem with pedophilia has gotten so bad. It's heartbreaking. It's horrible. The biggest. It's the biggest. It's what I consider the biggest problem with pedophilia, or it's the biggest problem in our country today. So I don't see why it's not the top priority. Like the state of our union is a big deal, and it got a little better. Okay, should I maybe if I don't know. That's right. All children are safe, healthy, and happy on this planet. That is correct. That's what it needs. Is that better? Oh, this is my grandson. This is my grandson. He's my grandson. I hope that's better. Okay, great. Um, the biggest problem in our country today is not who's running for governor, is not who is sitting in the seat of the presidency. It literally is the problem with sexual exploitation, sexual abuse of children, and it starts in the government. These problems exist on such a level, and it's because of our government. When a person can go to jail for 26 years for selling drugs, and he's going to do 26 years in prison, in federal prison, and a pedophile that got sentenced right before him on his fifth charge, fifth time going to prison for, I believe it was lewd and insidious acts against a child under the age of 13, and he was selling content over the internet. So this was his fifth time sitting in the courtroom, and he got 5 years. So I mean, just imagine how many. Oh yeah. Oh, I know how they obtain adrenochrome. Yeah, it's horrible. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm on live right now. So, okay, bro. Okay, love your face. So, problem and how, like, I believe that when it comes to these major cases and most cases of sexual abuse of children and exploitation of children, I call them 40-cent cases. What do I mean by that? Costs about 40 cents to make a 9mm slug bullet. About 40 cents to make a 9mm slug bullet. 40-cent cases. That's what I call them. I know that if if there's a problem in your town or in your house or no matter what problem it is, Robin Banks in the house. That's my brother Robin Banks right there. Woo, woo. Um, when it comes to these cases, I believe like they're so bad that they should just be executed. I believe that if you want to make a change, if you want to make a change in the world on how things are and the way things are going, if you want to make a change, you got to make you want to make a direct impact. You got to get their fucking attention right off the bat. Anyone who hurts a child needs a 9mm, in my opinion. Absolutely right, Catlin. Absolutely right, Catlin. Absolutely right. I'm like, there was a case here in my town like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a husband and a wife, and for I think they were saying like 14 years, they were grabbing kids off the street, whatever, and taking them to their house, getting them all fucked up on drugs, and did all kinds of nasty shit to them for like 14 years. And when the detectives finally got into or got the search warrant or got a search warrant for their house and whatever, when they went inside, they confiscated their laptops and their home computer and their cell phones. And when they got into the basement, they found that. Yep, thanks, Lika. They found over 400, I believe, VHS cassette tapes, and most VHS cassette tapes can hold 6 hours worth of content, and there was like 400 cassette tapes that were full of content. Of guess what? These tapes were found in their torture dungeon of children being shot up with drugs, being put through some of the most grotesque things people will ever have to experience in their life with motherfuckers like them. Now to me, now to me, I feel like that right there, that case in its own, that case right there, legitimately says to me, 40-cent case, 80 cents, done. Do you want to know what? Do you want to know what they both got sentenced to? You're going to say yeah, but after I tell you, you're going to say no. You don't want to. The husband got 7 years, and the wife got 4. For 14 years of abusing children, 7 years and 4 years. How many victims do you think were on all them 400 6-hour long videotapes? How many? Hundreds? Hundreds, I'm sure. And they got 7 years and 4 years. That's the problem. There's no push from the people that are in positions of power in this country There's no strong push or incentive to make these motherfuckers want to stop abusing children. When you can continually abuse a child, get in trouble, go to jail for a second, and then get out, and you don't even have to fucking register as an offender, that's a problem. That's the problem. I don't care what anybody says. That's the problem. If like I look at it like this. If you're in a position of power to create laws and penalties that govern these laws, and you participate in the breaking of these laws, are you going to make the penalties so that you go to prison for the rest of your life, or you get a 40-cent case? Or are you going to make it so you get a slap on the hand and you can go back to work the next day? Me, myself, here in Idaho, we're not allowed to smoke weed, unfortunately. Not yet. We're not allowed to. But for me, if I was in a position of power to make a penalty and a law for possession of marijuana, I would make it so anytime I got caught with weed, the police would have to give me 3 ounces of weed. That makes sense to me. I mean, I don't want to go to jail for smoking pot. So if I can make the rules of being busted with marijuana, if I can dictate the rules and the outcome of what's going to happen if I get caught, I'm going to make it beneficial to me. I'm going to make it so it's beneficial to me. Stop. He's on drugs. My dog is on drugs. I'm telling you right now. He got into the catnip or some shit, and like we don't even have a cat, but he got into the catnip. He's always crazy. Yes. Catlin says, let me see. I got a lighter. Hell yeah, I could use some rolling papers. Yes, it is. Leaker says sugar glider. Yes, at Robin, or bring back public hanging or firing squad or something. Absolutely. Like, line them up. Line them up. Line them up. I'll do it. I'll sleep like a fucking better human being at the end of the night too. After taking out 50 of them, I don't give a fuck. Almost, yeah. Yeah, like that would be a good. Well, we still have that. That would make it so we have to house them. You know what I mean? For a little while, and like, I mean, like a battle royal. You know what I mean? Where the last one standing is the last one to die. You know, like just kind of like gladiators. You know, just put all these fucking parasites in a building and just have them battle to the death. They're I don't know. I'm just saying, like, as inhumane and as inhuman that sexually abusing a child is, why not? There's nothing a human being can do to another human being that's more damaging than sexually abusing them. There's not. So the penalties for that should be death. That's my opinion. It's kind of a harsh one in some people's eyes, but I say fuck them. Send them to God and let God sort them out. It ain't our job to sort them out. It's God's job. So, marijuana needs to be legal everywhere. That's such bullshit. You're right, Lika. It is. Like, I have some mental disabilities. I've got extreme anxiety, antisocial anxiety disorder, PTSD, agoraphobia, chronic depression. Get it? Chronic depression. I'm depressed because I ain't got no chronic. You know. Marijuana is one of the only things. Oh, Lika says it's the only thing that helps my depression. Lika says it's I can take a couple hits of weed and actually go to the store and feel half decent and feel half okay. And the fact that I can't have regular access to this amazing plant is bullshit. Like, it's not like we're out there raping children. We're out there smoking a plant, for fuck's sake, or eating it, or drinking it, or what have you. You know. But I agree. I think marijuana should be decriminalized all over the world. Like, not just on our country's level. Like, it should be decriminalized throughout the entire world. I believe that marijuana is the most amazing plant in existence. Plus, some of the colors, like, it's the most beautiful plant ever, man. I don't give a shit what anybody says. But, but Kevin says it's so healing. They don't want to legalize it. Yep, you're right. You're right. It is. Like, there's so many beneficial qualities. You can eat it, you can smoke it, you can drink it, you can wear it, you can burn it for fire. Like, you can use it for paper. I mean, the benefits and uses of marijuana are endless in my eyes. From what I know, the possibilities with marijuana are endless. I think marijuana could cure cancer. I mean, that's my opinion. So, but hell yeah, awake and bake. Hell yeah, I think I might get one of those in myself. Except for I've been awake for a while. So here's the deal. Like, the point of this channel is to educate people on how to speak to their children, to how to safeguard their children and protect their children from becoming victims of sexual abuse. This channel is centered on making a change to the laws and penalties of sexual abuse towards children. This channel is centered on making a positive change in our fucking disgusting world that we live in every day. So our children, my children, your nieces and nephews, your grandsons and granddaughters have a better future. If things don't change on a drastic measure, on a drastic scale, as soon as fucking possible, pretty soon it's going to be where every child in this country is going to be eventually victimized by a pedophile. I'm a firm believer that pedophilia is a learned behavior. I'm a firm believer. Knock it off. So that's just my opinion. I'd like to get your guys' opinions about it. That's what this channel's about, is sharing knowledge. And say hi, grandson. Say hi, grandson. There's no idea, there's grandson. He's rolling. He's rolling. I gotta chase my tail now. So that's what this channel's about. It's about communication with people. Just like my son's 16 years old, and just last night I thought I had recorded it, but I kind of set him up. That's how you want. That's how I do it anyway. Like, I take my children off. I take my children off guard when it comes to talking to them about sexual abuse. My wife and I have talked to our children about sexual abuse from the time they were 3 years old, maybe even younger. And we've talked to them about it openly their entire existence. And just like just like last night, my son and I went up on the mountain and to watch the fireworks for the Christmas in the nighttime sky celebration that our town has every year. And we were watching the fireworks, and I was just sitting there recording it. And I was like, "Hey, I got an idea." People always ask me, like, "Well, how did you approach your children?" Well, it wasn't really an approach to our children. We just made it so we're talking to our kids about sexual abuse became normal in the sense that it wasn't an awkward situation for any one of us. I'd rather have a sort of awkward conversation with my children about sexual abuse and protect them from a young age than have that awkward um, conversation with them after the abuse has taken place. I mean, which one would you rather do? Which conversation would you rather have? That kind of uncomfortable one and protect your children, or that majorly uncomfortable one when your children come to you and tell you they've been sexually abused? It was an easy choice for my wife and I. Absolutely easy choice for my wife and I. So that's what this channel's about. Um, this channel's not here to get caught up in the YouTube street drama bullshit. That's why I have my own other account. That's why I have my Aaron McGonigal account. That's not what this channel's for. If you want to come here and you want to talk shit, this is for all you moderators that are here right now. Okay? If somebody come, I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. Strike one, you get a timeout. Strike two, I'll have a conversation with that person. Strike three, you're banned from my channel for the rest of the existence of the channel. When a person comes in here and wants to talk about other channels, I don't care who they are. If they want to talk about other channels and try to create drama in here, you're not welcome here. You're as welcome here as a pedophile is, and pedophiles are not welcome here.